Got to be kidding me, bruv.
Yes, people. Welcome back to the Football Locker Room channel, man. Jesus, finally got there, man. Apologies, people. This Wi-Fi is moving mad. It's moving mad. I can't lie, man. I hope I'm going to be able to watch today's game, man. Do you know what I mean? Because it's moving mad. But yeah, we know what time it is, man. Champions League football, people. The champions. You know what I mean? We've got Olympiacos coming up. The lineup's out, but it's been out for a minute now, for a good 20 minutes or so, 24 minutes. Quite a few changes, people, excuse me. Quite a few changes, but listen, we're gonna go through it, man. Listen, I'm not entirely happy with the lineup, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like nobody's perfect in it at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? I think what is good to see, and I even said to James early on, or I think it was yesterday, I was like, you know what? I don't want to see too many changes, you know what I mean? Teams like Olympiacos, I don't want to take them for granted, innit? Do you know what I mean? I know what Tottenham did yesterday against Bodo Biggins and that. I get we're a better team than them, but quite a fair bit. But you know, I mean, you don't want to take these teams for granted, man. But no, I think what is good to see here is that Mikel Arteta is actually making good use of the squad that he has. Who knows? Maybe guys like myself was wrong. Maybe all Mikel Arteta needed was the squad. Maybe he needed the numbers. But I've always said in the past, he's had players that he could use. Do you know what I mein? But he just ain't really used them. You understand? Big up Twisted Fate in the building, man. At least Jokeres isn't 008 like Vertis Jones. I said Vertis Jones. Listen, have works. That's what it is. Have works. Man's German, expensive, comes from Bayer Leverkusen. You know what I mean? But the difference is, Havertz at 6'3", blood. Do you know what I mean? And he's got a better pace. You know what I mean? There's nasty work in it, Twisted Fate, man. Man like Seska Fender and that. Yeah, man, beat the allegations. You get me? Man, beat the allegations. You know what I mean? It's nasty work, what's going on in Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? But you know what? Maybe we'll touch on them in a sec, but I want to talk about the lineup real quick. Big up Godfrey in the building. Big up Shaq. Only issue is why Arteta's still not trusting Ethan. I hear it. I think, do you know what, I said I had a couple of issues. I think that was the main thing for me. Why isn't Arteta starting the guy? Do you know what I mean? I think like Trossard started already. You know what I mean? Has Martinelli started yet, people? Has Martinelli started yet? Remind me, Godfrey, has he started yet? I don't know, innit? Do you know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, we are what? Game week, I think this is game week 9 of the season, all competitions. Pretty sure, 6 Prem games. No, game week 8, sorry, because we've only played one Champions League game. You know what I mean? Hopefully throughout the season, obviously I don't hope for injuries or nothing like that, but you know the story of Arsenal of late, man. Just injury after injury after injury, signal after signal in it. I do think he's gonna get some games. Do you know what I mean? Ethan is only 18 years of age. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I would say, I just think it's slight differences in it. Like, I think there are 1 or 2 occasions this season where I think he should have been trusted to bring on. Like against Liverpool, Arteta brought Dalman ahead of him. And as much as I love Dalman as a talent, what Dalman is doing at the fringes of the squad, playing in the cup games, that's where he needs to stay. But again, even with the Dalman situation, I would have started him against Port Vale. But anyways, back to this Olympiacos game. I know. I would want to see Ethan starting as well. I understand that Trossard and Martinelli has helped us win a couple of games. Do you know what I mean? They helped us to win the last Champions League game. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that we need to see players, that I think can make a difference from the start in it. And I think Ethan is that player. It's funny because I actually think that Ethan is probably a player that needs to get a bit of rhythm in the game. Do you know what I mean? Big up Twisted Fate. Trossard starting. Oh, I can't lie. This game I would start Dalman. I hear it, but nah. Dalman, There's no way, I'm not having Dalman start ahead of Ethan. No way. Like I've said, he's 15 years of age. He can stay on the fringes. Really and truly, people, Max Dowman needs to get the majority of his game time in Premier League 2. That's what he needs to be doing. Because as much as we all like the talent, especially as Arsenal fans, even some of the ops, I've looked at him and be like, yo, you know what I mean? He's a talented little player. The brother's 15. I'm sorry, but this is the one thing I would agree with Arteta on, and I'm paraphrasing here because we all know Arteta already. Do you know what I mean? He speaks a lot of jargon, a lot of nonsense in the press conference. Do you know what I mean? He tries to use language and all of these things to twang people. But he said something in the lines of, you know, you got to be careful with Dowman, and you got to expose him to the right amount of attention into the first team. And I agree with Arteta about that. You know, especially when, bro, I know Madueke is injured now, but we got Saka, we got Madueke, we got Martinelli, we got Trossard, and we got Ethan. Like, honestly, I'm not looking at Max Dowman to be starting games, people. I can't lie. I'm not looking at Max Dowman to be starting games. I'll be real with you. I'll be real. Big up Matt Bowman in the building. You know what I mean? Big up the chat. Of course, man. Come on. Fine. Start Ethan, sub on Dowman. It's the perfect game for it. Olympiacos ain't good. Like I said, you see these Champions League teams, that like are a bit like over less than quite. I don't want to take them for granted. Do you know what I mean? Big up Matt Bowman. There it is. There it is. Man was talking about Tottenham. How can I forget the Liverpool example? There it is. Galatasaray were supposed to be good, but they rinsed us. Hey, bro, them man there. Hey, Matt Bowman, I'm not going to lie, they harried you the fuck off the ball, blood. That Uruguayan leprechaun that used to be in Armand Field, I can't believe you, man, let him dominate you, cuz. It's nasty work, blood. It's nasty work. Now, big up yourself, Matt Bowman. I agree. I agree, man. All you Arsenal, all my Arsenal brothers and sisters out there, trust me. No easy games. Of course, there are some games that are less difficult than others. There's some games that are much less difficult than others. Do you know what I mean? That Pacos team, that who played them again? I can't remember, but there's this team called Pacos and the team that Real Madrid played are probably the only two teams where it's like, yeah, those should be easy games, innit? But aside from that, nah, I don't want to take teams for granted. But at the end of the day, look, we all sat there and saying, oh, we've got a great squad now. We should be able to rotate a few man and be able to get the W, you know what I mean? It's not like we ain't got first teamers out there, you know what I mean? We got a starting centre-back partnership, we got a starting keeper, do you know what I mean? Odegaard, we know, was a starter as well, do you know what I mean? So, and obviously Gyökeres is a starter as well. So it looks like in that spine, we got full of starters and that, you know what I mean? We just sprinkle players here and there, but I can't lie, like, as much as I would have started Ethan, I like this, man. I like this. I've been waiting for times like this, man. I've been waiting for times like this. We had the grind like this. No, we had the grind like that, so we could shine like this. You understand? Yeah, we needed to get him better in, get him on the grind. You know what I mean? So that we can shine. You understand? Like, this is what we need, people. You know what I mean? This is what we need. But you know what I mean? The players coming in, they better make a difference. Hey, Trossard, Arteta's putting a lot of trust in you. I need you to show up. That's 2 games in a row that you're starting now. I need you to show up. And I think you started another game as well. My mind's gone blank. I agree about not starting Dowman, rather bring him on in the second half with about 20 minutes to go. I'll bring on Dowman, yeah. I will bring on. Do you know what? I haven't even really looked at the bench, people. I've only looked at the starting lineup. Let's see who else is on the bench. Boom, boom, boom. What do you call it? Do you know what? No, forget it. Yeah, no, Dowman, no. I can't have Dowman coming on before Ethan. Do you know what I mean? I know a lot of people see Ethan in a 10. I think he can play both positions, 10 on the right. Me personally, I prefer him on the right, in it. Do you know what I mean? So if we're talking the right wing, then you know what I mean. Ethan has to get the nod. Do you know what I mean? No matter what, like Dowman, like be on the bench, soaking the atmosphere, taking the tactics. Do you know what I mean? Taking the whole minute I thought it was at Olympiacos, you know, them Greek stadiums, you know what I mean? They can be a bit hectic, but yeah, man, just soaking the atmosphere, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, just be around the first team, man. I don't need you coming on before Ethan, unless we're gonna completely leave Eze on the bench and have Ethan come on in the 10 and Diamond on the right. But I feel like, especially with this manager, I feel like that would only happen if we are like 3-4 goals up. Do you know what I mean? And with like 20 minutes left to go. You know, I think that's the only situation that can happen. I mean, you have Wirtz Jones. It's obviously gonna happen. Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. I twisted. I can't lie, though. I can't lie. Yeah, I can't lie. Twisted. Yeah, I can't lie, bruv. What's Ineos doing, fam? What's Ineos doing? Monday, Tuesday, now Wednesday, bro, and the manager's still there. What are they doing, bro? Talk to me. What the fuck are they doing? I need to know, man. Matt Bowman, you found the perfect word. Darwin needs to do homework. Oh, I thought you were gonna move to something else. But I said Darwin needs to do homework tonight too before his early night. Hey, listen, ain't no homework being done, G. Ain't no homework being done. I'm telling you. Man's gonna go home, man's gonna go straight to sleep, man. Don't get it twisted. I don't even know if man's going to school, you know. I don't know if man's going to school. You know what I mean? Looks like Trossard is becoming a regular starter again. Was on his way out. LOL. Yeah, that's what I don't get that, Godfrey. Like, I legit don't get that. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, he was all right against. He was okay against Newcastle. Helped us win against Bilbao. But yeah, do you know what though? Here's the thing, because he's obviously one of the senior players, yeah, in the team by age. I think he might be the oldest player. Or maybe that's Norgard. I tell you what, yeah. Norgard is probably another player that maybe should have started in it. But again, you don't want to make too many changes in it. Do you know what I mean? But I think Norgard probably should have got a start, man. Because I think our next two games in the Champions League, I believe, is Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a bit weird, Godfrey, man. It's a bit weird. But yeah, he's a senior player. He's been given a new contract. As far as I know, no years extended. He's just been given more money. I don't know. I think during the summer, Trossard and Arteta, they must have had and his agent, they must have had a sit down, man. They must have had a sit down, and Arteta must have promised some things, you know? Because I think it's fair to say that in past seasons, Martinelli was just consistently starting on the left. Problem is, the odd times where Trossard did start, he didn't really show up too tough. Do you know what I mean? But I think they've had a conversation, and now I think Trossard is going to be trusted more. What I don't get, yeah, and this is why, what you call it? Only one of Martinelli and Trossard should have started in it, because I don't trust none of them boy there to play on the right. None of them. Absolutely none of them. That's why I'm a bit like, nah, come on, man. You gotta, like, when's Ethan's gonna get his shot? Because I don't think any of these guys thrive on the right wing, man. I really don't. Big up Glock 14 in the building. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully, our striker, yeah, can earn his name back. Right now, he's the Swedish Baker, innit? Do you know what I mean? He's the Swedish Baker right now. And to be fair, yeah, with Glockerez, yeah, I think in the last game, his hold-up play was actually decent, my bro. But it's just, look, he's not a good footballer, yeah. But the things that I want you to thrive in is then use it to score goals. And when you get into positions of scoring goals, yeah, you keep delaying it, my bro. You keep taking an extra touch. You're cutting and trying to do Ronaldo chops. That's not you, big man. I mean, like, I personally don't like that about Gyökeres at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But no, my man needs to earn his name back for sure, man. For sure. Honestly, I can't lie. What Ineos are doing, Sesko, Maguire, Bruno, and Brimo all have more GA than Virtus Jones. That's all that matters right now. I hear you, Twisted. I hear you. I listen, yeah, look. I've been shitting on Liverpool's parade today. You know what I mean? You man know the infamous Mr. Link. Do you know what I mean? Man told him, yeah, because he was telling me, yeah, that Verts, he's not being found in the right areas and whatnot and blah blah. But hold it a minute. Man are talking about Gavin best midfielder in the league and that. You know what I mean? What's he doing? What's Gravenberg doing? You know what I mean? Man gassing him up because he's got a half turn and that. Looking like Elephant Man sweeping that. You know what I mean? Sweep! Do the sweep, then your midfield, they gonna creep. You know what I mean? This is what Gravenberg is doing in midfield, man. Oh, look, don't get me wrong, like, jokes aside. Gravenberg is a class player in it, but when I'm getting told a man ain't giving me being fed in the balls in the right areas, and what the fuck are the midfielders doing then? What are they doing, bro? I don't get it. And these men had Verts on the right wing. Is nasty work, people. It's absolutely nasty work. And you know what? When the lineup first came out, yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Frimpong on the overlap, maybe something could work. They're trying things out in it, you know what I mean? But back-to-back L's, hey, listen, we ain't had to go through that. You know what I mean? We ain't had to go through that. But it's a long season, isn't it? It's a long season. But yeah, don't get it twisted, man. I crashed it on Link. Man told him about his Argentinian leprechaun and that who's been stinking at the gaff. And I rate him kind of highly, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm sitting on their parade until they get my manager sacked. If they lose to us, I'm shitting on them even more. No, I hear it, man. I hear it, man. I hear it. But I said Aberrant slot looking bad right now. Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy, twisted. You're a madman, you know. You are a madman. But people, listen. Scorelines, man. Let me get score predictions. Twisted, Glock 14, Godfrey. You understand? James, if you're still there in the chat, you understand? Because I didn't, off camera, I didn't get to ask you, like, yo, like, what would you think of the, what do you think the final score is going to be? I'm going to go out and say 2-0. Hey, Godfrey, hey, yo. Hey, man's got bare confidence, you know. Big confidence, man. Flipping out, mate. Fighting out, mate. You know what I mean? Twisted. I think you win 3-0. Now hear it. I'm going for a 2-0, man. I think Champions League football, you know what I mean? There's quite a few changes. I'm going just for a solid 2-0 win. I don't think it'll be a poor performance. I don't think it will be a great one neither. But yeah, man, I'm going with a solid 2-0 win, people. That's what I'm going with. But yeah, let's go into the lineup a bit more. I like the fact, you know, Miles Lewis Skelly finally gets a game. I'm assuming I don't know what this means. I don't know, whether we're gonna play in a double pivot, an Odegaard in a 10, or are we playing with Zubimendi in the 6 and Odegaard and Marino as the 8s? Because that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from here. Do you know what I mean? Hey, imagine, Imagine if Arteta plays Odegaard in the 8 and Marino in the 10. I wouldn't put it past this Pushio, you know, to do some dodgy shit like that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know how the midfield is gonna be in it. Do you know what I mean? If it's a case, where it's like, what do you call it? Where we play with a double pivot. What does Lewis Skelly do? Is he gonna do the same old inverting thing? What Arteta is gonna do, or is Skelly gonna be on the overlap thing? I don't know how he's gonna play that. Do you know what I mean? Ben White, it'll be good to see him to start a game. I think whenever he's come off the bench, he ain't looked the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's never been over athletic. Do you know what I mean? But he was all right in it. He had like a decent monotone type of pace, but I don't know, man. He looks off the ball. It'll be good to see what he does. I'm pretty sure on that right-hand side, he will be overlapping as well. Do you know what I mean? But again, because the way this looks like here, what, Trossard on the right? What we're saying, people, is Trossard going to be on the right or Martinelli on the left? Perfect game for Gyökeres to start bagging again. I don't know, we say that, but wait, if Olympiacos puts a lot of man behind the ball, then I don't know, it might be a difficult one. It might be a difficult one. I don't know if he's going to get a lot of space in this game to run him behind. I think he got that against Newcastle, man. And I think that is what disappointed me with Gyökeres the most. It was a game, where he was actually fed multiple balls through the channel, my bro. Multiple times he was able to get in the channel. Do you know what I mean? Flipping, like getting the channel, sort of like wrestling a defender and getting a position to turn them. But man was just falling over like a fucking fairy, man. That's what annoyed me about the performance. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be a nuisance. You're supposed to be this guy that's got strength and a bit of pace and that, and you're just flopping all about the place. That ain't dark hearts, man. I don't know what Gyökeres was doing, man. I don't know what Gyökeres was doing. But yeah, look, hopefully he can bag. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully he can bag. And obviously, I've criticised Mikel Arteta in terms of how we set up, but I genuinely do think that I think the Newcastle game, because Newcastle is more difficult than a Nottingham Forest, than a Leeds, I think the Newcastle game is probably, I think that game will probably set up the best. And we actually got a striker into the game. So it was disappointing for me to see that he couldn't bag, man. Do you know what I mean? Or make better with his chances. You know, we scored a goal against in the last minute. That should have never been the case. It should have never been the case. Marino in the 10 is nasty. No, 100%. But hey, listen, you know this manager already, man. You know this manager already. And to be honest, I've been said, yeah, look, Odegaard in the 8 ain't a bad idea, man. Ain't a bad idea. He really does like to set the play, receive the ball, pop it off, move. Do you know what I mean? Things that I've seen players like Vitinha do. Vitinha's obviously of a better quality, don't get it twisted. But it's like that mode of Odegaard, not to say that he can't play in the 10, but most of the time, this is what I see from Odegaard. But it wouldn't shock me if Marino was up top there, you know what I mean? Someone where you can put balls into and you can head it on, knock it on for Gyökeres. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, innit? Maybe that's what he could do. But now, Godfrey, you're right, man. Marino in the 10 is nasty. But yeah, look at this right-hand side. Trossard, listen, he's not a player that's really pacey. He's a player that might get into the pockets. He might try to isolate his fullback. He ain't really got the pace to get past his fullback. So maybe having Ben White on the overlap, we know that Trossard he's decent technically. He can, you know what I mean, keep possession of the ball, get White on the overlap, you know what I mean? And then on the left-hand side, have Lewis Skelly inverting and then Martinelli holding the touch. That's what I think is going to be. And I don't want Martinelli holding the touchline. I think, and I understand in a 90-minute game, like there's going to be so many different game states. Like so many different game states, people. Do you know what I mean? So there is probably going to be times where there's a bit of space behind and Martinelli makes that run. But I think if and when we have them camped inside their own defensive third, I do think it's going to be a thing of Martinelli holding the touchline and Lewis Skelly inverting again. Do you know what I mean? Which I'm not a big fan of, but that's the only way I can see it playing out, man. Do you know what I mean? It's the only way I can see it playing out. But listen, people, hopefully, I say hopefully, really and truly, yeah, we should get the W in it. I'm looking at this Olympiacos team, and the only two players I recognize is Gelson Martins. If you guys remember him, he used to play for Monaco. Daniel Podence, he used to play for Wolves as well. Two players out wide, quick, direct. Ben White isn't the quickest. Do you know what I mean? Lewis Skelly, because I think he's going to be asked to play an inverted role, so that left-hand side is going to be vacated. So again, that's the only thing I can say maybe to watch out for. You know what I mean? How they attack us out on the wings. Who knows? That might not be their game plan, but obviously, I'm looking at this Olympiacos team, and these are the only two players that I recognize. Oh, and Taremi as well. Remember, I think he was he that striker for Porto, people? Taremi that used to bang bare goals and that. You know what I mean? Someone off the bench that can, I don't know, finish a chance. But yeah, man, this is all of what I'm getting with this Olympiacos team, to be fair, man. This is all I'm getting. But yeah, look, people, you know what I mean? Big up yourself, man. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna be back here. You might see us tomorrow, but we're definitely gonna be back here Friday. You know what I mean? Ready to discuss this game, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up Godfrey, yeah, to let me play for Porto, and oh yeah, he did play for Inter. Yeah, man, forgot about all of that. You know what I mean? But someone off the bench, I'm pretty sure that brother's old by now, man. But someone off the bench can bag a goal. I don't know in it, but I'm looking at this Olympiacos team, and I'm seeing very little threats. I'm seeing. Well, again, I don't know the Olympiacos team, but I'm seeing two wide players, direct, got a bit of pace. I don't know about the quality because I ain't seen Podence since he was in playing for Wolves a few seasons ago. And I just know Gelson Martins because his name used to fly around. And all I know is that people said he got pace in it, you know what I mean? So that's the only threats that I'm really seeing from Olympiacos, guys. I know I said 2-0, yeah, you know me already, innit? I'm very cautious when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, but Godfrey, you're right. And even Twisted Fate, you're right. We should be slapping these, man. Do you know what I mean? It should be a 5-0, at least a 3-0. But like I said, I don't want to take any of these Champions League teams for granted, man. Like I don't. But yeah, look, people, like I said, we're going to be back here Friday. We're going to discuss this game. I wanted to have a solid half an hour, 35 minutes with you, man. But Wi-Fi is moving mad, people, and because of that, yeah, like you see me, like man, watch football, bang, do streams and that. You get me? So I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, let it load up. Do you know what I mean? And either tomorrow on Friday, you see me or James or both, and we're gonna talk about this game. And hopefully, we're sitting down, we're chilling with a cigar, talking about what a great performance it is. You know what I mean? Don't really rate Martinelli, but he's scoring goals. Don't really like Marino, but he played very well. You know what I mean? Hopefully we're coming back here, and it's a very, very good and positive review, man. Yeah, big up Godfrey, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Godfrey, Twisted Fate, Glock 14, Matt Bauman. Big up all of you, man. My love for tuning in. I've even forgot to mention anyone that's tuned in, make sure you smash the like and the subscribe. Yeah, if you haven't done so already. But now, listen, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Kickoff is in 23 minutes, people. Hopefully, we're leaving with a big W. Hopefully, we're not bored to tears. Hopefully, man, I don't have to go up to my bedroom and that and fucking lay down and sleep for the rest of the game because of shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully, it's all dance and smiles, man. But listen, people, until next time, man, big up yourselves